Holy shit, this thing's gonna work right out of the gate again. Okay, something I did somewhere must have done something pretty fucking awesome. Maybe everything synced. I don't know. Yeah. I think it's fine. We're just gonna believe it. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. A little snafu in yesterday's testing of the the uh, the you know cooler. I left it on and plugged in while I was at work. So um, when I got back, I noticed I was like, oh, well, okay. So what I did is I took a piece of tape, uh, was masking tape, and marked it with the line before I went to bed. In the morning when I got up, it moved a slight bit, so there's a slight little weep. I'm sure I know where it's at, and I didn't want to give it more beans, except I gave it more beans. Because I have a different idea, so it'll be just a cut, sweat, and oh fucking, you know, uh, do the thing, a little thing for the copper and make it wide. Uh, yeah, that thing, and then flare it, and then put it in correctly. With it, well, with the sleeve that I have, it'll make it even tighter, and it's larger, so I won't have to flare as big, and the flare will be better all around. I thought that yesterday. I was like, oh, that was the other way I could play with that. Um, Doing the sleeve, it'll give me a larger outside diameter. The flare tool, though, that kind of concerns me with how tight it crimps around. I don't know if it's going to crimp tight enough on the half inch because it's only 3/8 ID. That's not going to make a half inch OD. We'll see how that works on the flaring part because that may become more complicated than I want to admit. So that might be a thing. I might, we can always squish it down on the 3/8, but it's gonna pinch it, and yeah, I don't know. That's the other idea if this doesn't work. But I gave her more beans, and then I put the tape in the same place way earlier this morning, like at 8. So it's had a couple hours of sleep time. We're gonna go check that out, and then we're gonna go play with the Miata, do some more grinding, some welding, and grinding, and welding. So, and I don't. No, we're gonna kind of prep for paint, but not really. So I'm gonna switch it down there, and I'll meet you guys down in the garage. Oh yeah, and make sure to turn this off so the dogs don't bark and yell and scream, and then you hear everything up here, right down there.
have a rabbit. Okay, so far on the couple hours, the needle hasn't moved. That's good. Just a little more beans, that's all I needed to give it. I was kind of sketched it out because I don't like the way that flare was, so it was that. Yeah. We will be pulling these fenders off. I got to get the front bumper off and all that good stuff. I'm going to leave that there for the time being. I need to put that steel back and get my face guard. I don't need to take you the whole way. Oh, hey, it stayed. I don't know what you're looking at. Don't really care. Not yet. But yes, that's the inside of the engine. Mm-hmm. Well, engine bay. Okay, I gotta set up ventilation as well. Alright, so that's so far what's going on. I still need more stitching. Excuse me. More stitching and grinding. This little guy up. Whichever way that fits better. It's good. It's just a little plate, but it was all rusted out. Then sprayed and painted this thing before I got to welding just to see how it was gonna, because you know it's gonna be a while before I get around to getting the carpet and everything in. A little bit. It's gonna be a little bit. Not too long, no. It's actually coming along a lot faster. Well, I wouldn't say faster, but coming along a lot better. I'm hopeful before winter I'll have. As long as I don't switch gears and start doing something else, which I'm really kind of thinking of switching gears and doing something else. I hate doing that, but it just happens, and it's kind of a necessity sometimes. Well, usually ends up being a necessity. What it is my 86K10. I have, oh, I already had one. I have, oh, it needs an engine. I need an engine rebuild. I happen to have, it's a 305. I could just run over to Pull and Save and pull the 350 for like $200. And I'm really questioning doing that and then rebuilding it, or just fucking throwing it in there and sending it. It's got 30 days. I can put an engine in a weekend by myself. I haven't done it on that truck, but I mean, usually weekend a week. We'll say a week. So I'd have 3 weeks of testing that engine before I, you know, I don't know. I don't want to just, you know, grab an engine and throw it in there and without freshening it up, you know, because at least you want to do the gaskets. And while you're there, since you got the oil pan off, why don't you check the bearings, right? You know, and then maybe replace the bearings. And then I just start going down that rabbit hole. So I'm just thinking, fuck it, just rebuild one. I was looking at buying one. I could pick one up for, you know, under $2,000. A whole long block with a 4-year warranty. So it's like, do I want to just jump on that and then that engine? I'd still want to at least look at the bearings, because I've seen so many YouTubes of engines that are rebuilt that, you know, bearings are already scarred, and it's, you know, yeah, it just wasn't rebuilt right, and that's the quality of things, and that's why I was like, fuck, I'll just do it myself, because then, hey, I only got myself to blame when something goes awry, and, you know, you take your time, you learn about everything while you're doing it, you don't just jump into something, and, yeah, you can complete it, you know, and at least, you know what you got. I'm just gonna leave these down. I just grab my grinders and shit like that, and my parts and pieces. Okay. Um. Yeah. I have these weight things. Oh, I thought I could work it on that. Okay. That's great. Just caught a bunch of spiders into the fucking. Oh, never mind. We're just in the middle. They'll stay away from me, right? What the shit? Okay. Now I can. I at least got my phone out here so I can see what's going on with chat while I'm down here because I can't read that while I have it in my face. That should work great, and it'll only get a bunch of sparks and, shit on it. No worries. Okay, so should I show you how much light there is underneath? Here, we'll turn off this light, and yeah, I'll show you. It's not actually as good as I was thinking, so fuck yeah, I'll show this. So, just a little bit more stitching to do right in there, alright? We didn't do the bottom yet, and I'm going to go through the back, but just a little. Not bad, she's pretty much solid. Yeah, there's another little pinhole there. Now, I'm just going to leave. Yeah, that's a bummer about that. Oh, is it a bummer? No, we got pretty good light here, but I'll have to do it. I'll have to weld in the dark. Or go through. I don't want to mark them. I should, but I won't. But. Anyway, that's what's going on there. This is going to seal up some light. And try not to wrap all my shit in a bunch of fucking circles. Well, this is gonna end up going down here. It'd be best doing welding in the dark, right? It's brighter that way. Alright. Keep this one on. Make sure my ground's good still, yeah. Of course, I set my I set both my grinders over my welding shit. So there's that. Where's another table one I need one? I have actually. Wait a second. Gasoline hanging around welding and stuff. Alright. Alright, dude. It's in safe camp, so it's safe. Right? I was doing something over there. Okay. Now, oh, I need gas. One huge thing, okay, we got gas. Now, totally missed that spot. Got it. Kinda. Totally fucked that up. Cool. So, that's what good news for. Ooh. Where was that supposed to go? I got it. Got it. Missed it. Go back to it. That's just missed it. Got it. Maybe. I might have, might be some more that I need to get there. This is a really kind of a weak side, so I wouldn't really want to be done with it. And like, no, didn't blow that. Cool. And then this tack here. Alright, meow. that, and right there. Yeah. Oh shit. My eyes are brightly burning. I'm hiding behind the hood, but you know. You still see him right there? Oh, I need to hit the button. There's a little bit. Don't look at the glow. Don't look at the glow directly. Ooh, a little over here. Missed it. Totally. Fuck yeah. That stuck for a second. Alright, looks ugly as shit. Yeah, right. It does. But, it's fine. It's fine. One last look in the dark and see. Oh, there's a big ball of light right there. We can work on the bottom now. And is that a whole lot of light right there? It's a whole lot of light right there. That's like I'm not even, doing stuff. I can't hide from this, so I'm gonna have to close my eyes. Oh. Now my grandma? I moved my fan. I was exhausting away. Yeah, my dig ground didn't get as groundy as it once was. Oh, there's my other fucking headlamp that I was looking for. Cool. Oh, just lost my ground. Right. There's a hole in it? Does that? It sure in the fuck does. Yeah, one half of a hole right in it. Lots of gaps. Oh, well, not lots. I'm barely seeing any more sun. Sun? Let's get to grinding. Oh, and I turned off my. I still have 2,000 pounds, so it'll do a couple shots, but I'm right about zero on my gas. I was wondering, suddenly it sounded a little weird. What's going on there? Oh, yeah, I turned it off. Alright. Oh, if I did this correctly, you shouldn't blow your eardrums out. But it might be really loud, so just throwing that out there. I thought I fixed it, and I thought once it starts, it turns down. Yeah, because you don't hear the other thing, but let's hear it. See? Hold on. Just, sparks and things. PPE, where's my gloves? Right? Come on, Jerry. I mean, hell, I'd rather this flap disc actually, like, if it were to hit me, had some synthetic leather instead of my hand. It's sending, but it's sending at like 10,000 RPM. So All right. So, and I hope that doesn't. Well, I don't know if that's gonna like really affect people coming in and just seeing it not with sound. Uh, I don't really know how to work those filters yet. I haven't done enough research on how figuring that shit out. Um, but yeah. You always want to let your transformer run a little bit more. Yeah, for these tight little areas here where I can't get that big ass thing, I'm just using what I got, and so I got one of these, and yeah, it cranked up and off it, right? Alright. That's fucking huge. I didn't realize how bad that was. But, clean them up. And we need to work again. Did I just unplug my shit? No? Alright. Okay. Oh. Alright. I mean, it's going to have carpet on it, so I really don't... I just wanted to knock this off, recheck it to see if I'm seeing more light. And then I'm going to go down and, jack the car up and start welding from the bottom, which will be so much more fun. No, not even a little bit. But, yeah, cleaned it up alright. Took that Burger Town City, or the Burger City, that place right there, that knocked it down pretty good, but there's still a couple of boogers. There's boogers all over this thing. I blew through a few times too, so, I was just getting more and more careful about not zapping too hard and, in your stitch welding, so, because you don't want to make more work for yourself or, have to grab another little piece of steel and, not through. But now it's nice and tough, and the rest of it's just mostly surface rush, so I'm going to go through, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the way that looks. We got to grind it with that paint thing. We'll grind all this out and paint it, or not full on grind it, but go through and clean it up because it's not bad. I mean, it's really not. And that was just where water was accumulating and it all rusted out and whatnot. Oh, hey, I still have the piece. I'll show you what it looked like before. So this was what that piece looked like beforehand. So yeah, it was pretty gone. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty gone. But and that's what I started with, and that's how I bent it in there. I actually cut these and bent the piece down, and then welded slivers of metal on each side to make the trail. You know, to complete that. Because it didn't go far, obviously. It's pretty much the same where I'd be sitting. So, yeah, did pretty good. It just with the, I don't have any kind of, you know, figuring out how with what you got, and that's going with that. And it's like for a long time, I started making my piece before I even cut this piece out. Um, you know, and then just kept putting it, laying it on top and seeing how it fit, and then kept fucking around with it until I liked the way the bends were. Then trimmed it down and cut this out smaller than the trim piece that I had, you know, and then just I mostly cut it with this because it's so much thinner, and I actually have thinner cutting wheels, which I don't know. The thinner cutting wheels work great too, but sometimes it was like too tight. You know what I mean? When you put it in there, it was like, yeah, like it would do a little bit there on this back piece. Kind of wouldn't want to let me have this the total thing butted right next to it, and so there's that. But I mean, it's on there, but it just wouldn't get up flush, and yeah, it's really close. It's just like halfway, so there's just a half of the steel lift out here, which of course I'll weld and have all that cleaned up. Nobody's gonna see it unless they pull the carpet out years later, which is probably after I'm dead, because I plan on keeping this car for a long time. I tend to, when I build cars or when I work on them, I don't sell them. I just run the shit out of them, enjoy the fuck out of them, you know. Drive it like I sold it sometimes, drive it like a baby other times, and then when it starts wearing out, I just replace parts. Overall, I mean, sure, that new car smell and whatnot, but there's a spray that you can spray that if you really want a new car smell, and I would not buy anything new. They're all the shit. They're just shit. They're fucking garbage cars. I clean cars for a living, and I'm already seeing 22s, 23s, and 24. I mean, like, what? Everything should be on warranty, so you should talk to your dealer. You know, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? No, you're not kidding. It's not. It's not a joke. Quality control and manufacturing has gone total to fucking hell in a handbasket. Okie dokie. So, um, what time? We're only looking at like 11:20. Alright, so I got a bunch of slag and grinder shit in here. Just looking at stuff, sorry. thinking of what I wanted to tackle next. If I just want to go over to the other side, or do we want to tint a window? We can tint another window. Some window tinting awesomeness there. Over grinding stuff, you know. Again, this is kind of how I work, and I know it seems like, why can't you just stay on one project, Jay? Why can't you just get that done? Well, here's the thing. When the thing's not as cool, it's cool. It's a great. It can be a great thing, but it's also very not so much the awesome thing. Great news, the pressure just checked out. Pressure, it still hasn't moved, so it's been, what, 3 hours since I tightened it, gave it the beans, and did that. Excuse me. Alright. That's my wing window tint. Still laying over there. We got one done. One. Yep. Looks cool, yeah? 20%, you know. Anyway, you know, it's built up surface rust. It's just surface. Some of it's starting to get cancerous. And we need to knock that out and paint that too. I want to paint that up before I put the carpet on. But I'm not going to go through and hit everything. I'm just going to grind down these. Try to clean up this as much as I can, but most of this wire brush and shit. PV blaster. Right? But that's crusty. We'll see how that goes. Then there's that. At least they were smart at putting the computer up. So if there was water, it would. Although, why wasn't the wire? Why hasn't this flipped over? You know, you have to have more wires to come down here when you could have had those up there. Where, well, I guess keeping the moisture away. I don't know. I got nothing. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'll probably pull this whole cage out, and just go through and see. There's only. It's loose. Oh, hey. Tries and choices. Instead of. What the hell? Sateen wrapper. Okay. More stuff. So, instead of me, like, unplugging this guy and getting it out of the way, what I'm gonna do is I have this blue, well, you guys might see it, but it's fucking awesome. And blue feeling fine, and I'm just gonna twine it up. So that way nothing's getting unplugged, nothing's going anywhere. I don't need to. This is my AC condenser, which I'm gonna put AC back to this all over. I gotta. So we'll be taking that piece out. I gotta make sure what I can get for this guy, because I want to redo it all and get new, all new AC shit. See, and this rust isn't rust, it's, that's on top of the seam sealer. So, I don't know what that is. It's, yeah. But, I just want to see how bad this little thing is, or you might be doing some things differently over here. These are spot welds for the tracks, for the unibody channel thing. See, that's how that thing actually originally looked. The other one that I made over there, I still gotta grind it up, paint it. And then that had seam sealer all around it. I wanted to make sure that that was like that, yep. But, but here, that concerns me. There's a lot of dust. I shouldn't be breathing, which I don't breathe while I'm grinding, so I can hold my breath a long time. It's right south, which is great. I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to grind it, clean it so it stops rusting. Same with these. Same with all these guys. Just got to go through and spot clean it up. Scratch out some shit. Clean these things up and whatnot, and we'll go from there. Yep, I had been that's kind of the whole time I was talking to you. That's why it sounded like I was inside a thingy. I don't know. Right, so let me grab a pad so I can put my knees on something. I need more coffee. I must have more coffee. I have just enough to do this little thing. Oh, and can I? Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, so this is the blue type baling twine I was talking about. This shit is fucking strong and awesome. I built a transmission up with this stuff. Of course, I wrapped it extra, but I feel this shit would probably fucking hold a tranny with just one. As long as it wasn't getting abrased, ripped apart, it would probably be fine. Yeah, relatively out of my way. This PV glass that shit. I'm just gonna spray some on it and see what that does. I literally thought I could see the rust drip off of bolts when I've, yeah, so I have a tiny little hole. I think I'm just gonna drill hole, or, no, wait. Yeah, fuck that. That's right next to, fuel lines. Yeah, fuel lines and everything are right here, but on the other, that's a spot weld that went bad. I think I'll just try to wire brush, clean that out, and so I can build up a little spot there. Let's see how that rolls, yeah? But see, I'm not joking when it's like, it looks like the rust rips, just bleeds right off the, look at how clean that is now. But I mean, it just falls off. For the price, there's items that claim to be better than this shit. For the cost, there's nothing better. PV blaster, it's a penetrating catalyst that the shit works. Yeah. My grandpa turned me on to that. And one day, as we were building my first engine, he was building it, or helping me do it. He was running out of PV Blaster, and so he sent me to the store, and I was going through, and I didn't see PV Blaster, and I came back with liquid wrench. And he just shook his head, and he's like, okay, spray on that side, your side, and I'll spray this side with what I got left here. And I'm like, alright, so, and he's like, and I'll show you why this shit is just garbage, and you just throw it away. And I'm like, oh, alright. So, as soon as I got done spraying, he's like, okay, bust my studs out on the exhaust manifold studs. And, like, we're not going to let it sit? And he's like, no need, go for it. And so I proceeded to, and I got all of them out. On the other side, he's like, he's like, you better spray that again. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, spray down hard. Okay, sprayed it down hard. And he's like, now pop them out. And I was trying to be as easy as I could because, and I broke 3 of them. So I was like, okay. The other ones came out really easy with the PB Blaster. The ones that I did get they were still really stuck on. It was just still frozen in there. So it was like, sold. I'll never, I tried other products, but only because somebody else had some, and it's like, yeah, it's not that great, man. Well, and see what that more crusty or rust shit is one thing, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll wipe it off and see later. We're 11:40. Okay. We're gonna call it a day. We got some grinding done. We got some progress. That's all that matters, right? A little bit of progress every day. That's all it takes. If you don't have to sit there and work on something all day long until you're bored to tears. I'm not bored to tears, but I'm running out of time. I gotta work. So, there's that. But anyway, guys, have a fucking great one. We'll see you later, and we'll come back and see what the air compressor's doing, and we can continue on this little guy.